Pray together or pray together. Ritual unity and group consciousness in occult families. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Occult Families How to Spot Them series. Trigger warning. This video series covers disturbing and very serious topics. Full legal disclaimer in the video description below. In ritual-based bloodlines, the family structure is not just relational, it's energetic. Many survivors eventually come to realize that the people who traumatized them did so as a unit. What looked like family prayer, Sunday dinners, or morning rituals may have been coordinated acts of group magic. These families do not operate as isolated individuals. They function as energetic systems, each member a node in a collective ritual grid. You've heard the phrase, the family that prays together stays together. In occult bloodlines, this saying holds weight, but not in the way it's commonly understood. The unity isn't rooted in love or tradition. It's rooted in synchronization. These families pray together to bind, to claim, and to sustain the grid. The act of praying becomes synonymous with casting, binding intentions, sealing roles, and reinforcing contracts that extend across generations. This is the foundation of group consciousness. In ritual families, a shared energetic program governs the household. Even when members appear chaotic or divided, there is often an unspoken script operating underneath. Most don't even realize they're running it. They speak different opinions on the surface, but vibrate in agreement at the ritual level. That's the hive mind effect, where individual thought collapses into programmed synchronization. Group consciousness manifests through repetition. These families often exhibit uncanny emotional or physical patterns tied to calendar dates, moon phases, or anniversaries. For example, someone always falls ill on holidays. Explosive arguments erupt the night before a birthday eclipses trigger sleep paralysis or suicidal ideation. Religious holidays provoke irrational guilt or body pain. These are not isolated events. They are synchronized rituals, reactivated through time-coded triggers. The symptoms are real, but the origin is energetic. In these systems, family meals are often disguised rituals. Who sits where, who speaks when, and what is served may all follow ritual logic. Candles may be lit for ambiance, but their timing, placement, or color often signals spiritual intent. Prayer before dinner may serve as a group binding spell. The repetition of phrases like family first, we are one, or we forgive is not neutral. Spoken together in rhythm, these affirmations act as vibrational contracts, entraining the group field and solidifying the grid. Even fights may serve ritual function. Emotional outbursts around high-energy dates act as release valves, strategically draining the most sensitive member in the group to maintain balance elsewhere. This form of psychic bloodletting ensures the ritual rhythm remains intact. Holidays, funerals, weddings, and even routine family visits become reset rituals. The event itself is secondary to the energy exchanged. These gatherings are not just social, they are energetic circuits. Your presence is often required not because you are loved, but because your energy is needed to complete the loop. Silence is participation. Standing in the room is compliance. Many survivors notice that even after physical separation, they still feel energetically pulled into family moods, thoughts, or spiritual warfare. This is because group rituals establish spiritual tethers. Prayer, singing, collective crying, synchronized movements, all of these acts weave an energetic web. Some families designate spiritual receivers, or anchors, members who unconsciously act as energy absorbers or channelers. These people often suffer most intensely and carry symptoms that appear random, dissociative, or chronic. This collective possession may look like the family speaking in unison or finishing each other's sentences, one member speaking while others silently nod, telepathically aligned, a ritual phrase being spoken by multiple members during a heated moment, a trance state during prayer, crying or laying of hands where something else takes over. In these moments, the family moves as one unit. It's not just psychological, it's spiritual convergence. This convergence continues through everyday roles and patterns. Who always answers the phone? Who handles the family finances? Who gets physically affectionate, and when? These are more than habits. They are ritual assignments. Repetition is ritual. And anyone who disrupts these behavioral roles will often be punished through energetic withdrawal, guilt, or psychological projection. They'll be labeled difficult, dramatic, selfish, or mentally unwell, when in truth, they've simply refused to play their part in the ritual rhythm. And when you try to leave, the system reacts. Not because you're missed, but because your energetic signature is missing from the ritual equation. You didn't just leave a family, you unplugged from a grid. That unplugging is felt as a loss of power. Suddenly, the energy they used to pull from you must be redistributed, and this often results in psychic backlash. Nightmares, panic attacks, sleep disturbances, or unexpected illnesses may arise shortly after breaking contact. This is not coincidence. It is the backlash of a system that recognizes your exit as a spiritual threat. If you've ever felt like your family didn't just act together but moved like a spell, if you've seen their words echo in your dreams, or their moods hijack your nervous system across distance, then you were never crazy. You were entrained. And once you recognize the ritual frequency that kept you bound, you gain the capacity to break it. Hi, I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and what you just watched is part of my signature program, the Chosen One series inside School of Soul. This series is not just a course, it's a blueprint for those who know they were different from the start: the black sheep, the scapegoat, the truth teller, the cycle breaker. Inside, you'll discover the family roles playbook, the golden child, the scapegoat, the enabler, the lost child, and how to finally step out of the part you were cast in without consent. How the black sheep becomes the goat, turning rejection into radical transformation and leadership. How to break generational curses and rewrite ancestral contracts so the pain stops with you. And how to recognize and escape modern forms of spiritual and technological targeting, from gang stalking to synthetic synchronicity. This isn't just about survival. It's about awakening, about reclaiming your voice, your lineage, and your destiny as one of the chosen ones. Click the link below to access the full series now, because the role ends the moment you decide it does, and the real script begins with you.